Chapter 583, Saiyan and Angel vs Android. Part 1, Rebellion of the Astral Drops. It starts in the training yard. We were practicing our moves and strengthening our powers. Me, KAA. Me. Hey 88. Me. Hey 8888888888888888. I fired a Kamehameha wave at a training post that looked like an evil Suzuki and it exploded when it hit. Crab Will, wow. JD, your powers are incredible. Me, I've had years of experience, Will. When you've trained and fought for as long as I have, you learn things never thought possible. Cornelia, that's true. Alien, yep. Suddenly, without warning, Irma, Tyranny, Cornelia, and Halen were enveloped in auras of light, and then the lights broke away and turned into copies of them. Me, what they? Nico, what in the world are those things? Alien, those are called astral drops. Think of them like clones of you, and you can now be in multiple places at once with them. Me, very clever. Astral Tyranny, you monsters. Astral Halen, you will pay for everything you've done to us. Me, what in the world is going on? Are they rebelling? Will, it would appear that way. Irma, none of you are real. You're just parts of us. Astral Irma, angry liars. Fires water at Irma, knocking her down. Astral Tyranny threw a fireball at Tyranny, knocking her to the ground. Astral Cornelia tied up Cornelia with vines. Astral Halen knocked Halen into a wall with an air blast. Astral Tyranny, when are you going to get it through your thick skulls? We're not part of you four. Astral Cornelia, we're individuals with our own hearts and minds and will. Astral Halen, and we're sick of being stuck in the heart of Kandrakar. Me, stop this now, you four. This is madness. Astral Tyranny, I don't care. Cornelia, listen. Whatever's going on here, we didn't do it to you. We're the good guys, remember? Astral Cornelia, tears in her eyes, good guys. You treat us like slaves. Astral Halen, all we want is a chance to live. But you slave drivers won't even give us that chance. Well, now it's time to pay for your sins. I go Super Angel and Nico goes Super Saiyan too. Me, not if we stop you first and get you to listen to reason. Guardians unite. I now have the power to turn all of Team Witch into our guardian forms. Will, the heart. Irma, water. Tyranny, fire. Cornelia, earth. Halen, air. Me, lightning. Megan, space. Alien, time. Me, let's go. We went at the Astral Guardians and it was a brutal onslaught. I grabbed Astral Irma by her arms. Me, listen to me. There is no need for us to fight with you. Astral Irma, I must make that monster pay. She fired a huge blast of water at me and I fired energy blasts at her, and she flew as I fired energy blasts. They exploded all over as she flew. Ben, whoa. This reminds me of the time when I got trapped in the Ultimatrix and I was fighting my ultimate alien forms because they wanted to make me pay. Riley, that must have been awful for you, Ben. Ben, it was Riley. Gwen T, it was a nightmare Ben never wants to have again. Ben, we have to have a source to remind them. Ben turned into Alien X. Ben, Alien X. Will, wow. Alien X, well, I'm going to bring your astral form back to life. Will, can you do that, Ben? Alien X, when I'm in this form I can do anything and I have the power of a god in this form. Gwen T, it's true, Will. Celestial sapiens are the creatures that are said to have created the entirety of the universe. They have the power to do anything. Will, wow. That is amazing. Alien X, it is. Now let me work my magic. Ben looked into Will and found an astral form inside her as well, and he used his powers over reality to bring her back to life. Astral Will, I'm alive? But I thought you absorbed me into yourself. Well, I did. But Ben used Alien X to bring you back to life. And right now, we need your help. Your fellow astral drops decided to follow in your footsteps. Gwen T, they went rogue and are trying to kill the other Guardians. Alien X, that's right. We have to try and reason with them. They think that their Guardian forms are slave drivers and they have let those thoughts cloud their judgments. We have to help stop them. Astral Will, I understand. I want to live a life too. Will, I promise you will all get that chance, but we'll give you all different names to avoid confusion. Astral Will, good idea. Alien X, let's go. The battle began. Battle 1, Astral Irma. Irma fired a blast of water at her astral self and I fired lightning and the water hit first and the lightning electrocuted her. Rubber Band Man punched her with a powerful punch. Pow. Me, listen to me Astral Irma. We would never treat you like a slave. It's not in our nature. Astral Irma, you are a liar. You never knew what it was like. I was a slave to that witch. Me, you are deluding yourself. I can't believe you would even think that. Alien, he's telling the truth. Like your real selves, you are my best friends and we would never do that to you. Star B, but let's show you how wrong you are. Narwhal Blast. Star fired a narwhal and Alien fired a blast of light. Star and Alien, narwhal light flop. The light combined with the narwhal and it formed over Astral Irma and squished her. She was in the ground groaning. Lainey, I can't believe that she would think that we would use them as slaves like that. Me, I hope this isn't one of Nerissa's backup plans she made after we killed her. Irma, I think it might be JD, but we'll find out later. Me, yet. Lainey tied up Astral Irma with her vines. Battle 2, Astral Tyranny. Carol fired Baragon's flame ray and Astral Tyranny fired a blast of fire. The blasts collided and exploded with incredible power and turned most of the training field into a massive inferno. Tyranny fired a blast of fire at her astral self and it hit the ground by her and exploded. Riku fired blasts of ice at Astral Tyranny and froze her, and William fired an ice blast at her. Luke went at Astral Tyranny and Harry Potter casted a spell. Luke and Harry, Glacis Saber Slash. Harry fired a blast of ice from his wand and the spell merged with Luke's lightsaber and the blade became a glowing blue blade of pure ice and he slashed Tyranny and froze her in a block of ice. Lainey thawed her out with a flame fu move and tied her up in vines. Battle 3, Astral Cornelia. Megan fired a blast of space energy and stars at Astral Cornelia. She dodged it and threw flower shuriken at her. Megan dodged them. Megan, I can't believe that you would think we're treating you like slaves. We would never do such a thing to you. Like Cornelia, you are also my best friend and I would never treat you like that. Astral Cornelia, you make me sick just looking at you. Cornelia, don't you dare talk to Megan like that. Elena fired a blast of lightning at her and electrocuted her. Stewie fired a blast of lightning from his lightning ray. Elena, how can you even think that? You have to realize that you may have been born from Cornelia, but you are human just like us. Astral Cornelia, that's exactly right. I want to be treated like everyone else. Lainey tied her up in vines and neutralized her powers. Battle 4, Astral Haylin. Haylin in her astral form were flying in the sky like dog-fighting planes. Haylin, why would you think that I'm treating you like a slave? Astral Haylin, because that's all you are. You can never understand. Xian, that's not true. You may have been created from Haylin, but this is not right. You have to open your eyes and realize that slavery goes against everything we believe in. I don't know what caused you and the other astral forms to think this, but I have a feeling that it was Nerissa that set this all up. Haylin, you may be right Xian, but this won't happen for long. Captain America, I agree Haylin. Captain America used his final smash. Captain America, shield knockout. He threw his shield and it hit Astral Haylin and sent her falling. Batman swung in and used his final smash. Batman, lightning batarang bombardment. He threw numerous bat boomerangs flooded with lightning and they electrocuted her and stunned her. Lainey wrapped her in vines too. Lainey, now they'll listen to reason. We gathered them and Will and Astral Will told them that we would never treat them like that as they were led to believe. They were looking at us. Will, to the other 4 astral drops, you probably won't believe this, but we never meant for you to suffer. Any of you. And we're sorry. Me, it's true girls. Whether you choose to believe what we say or not is entirely up to you, but it is the truth. The 4 astral drops cried their eyes out hard. They now realized that we were right and that they were lied to and led down the wrong path. Nicole then came and she found a disturbing revelation. The 4 astral drops appearing on their own and rebelling against Herma, Tyranny, Cornelia, and Haylin were indeed a backup plan formulated by Nerissa. Me, growls, Nerissa. Even in death you still cause trouble. Matt, no kidding. What a heartless witch. Lincoln, yet. We gave the astral drops human life and gave them name changes to avoid confusion, and they are called Mayon. Mina, Aline, Yensin, Ophelia, and Naomi. We changed their hair colors to their respective colors of their elements and it was fitting. They now live in one of the guest houses and they are more guardians as well. This time however M.A.Y.O.N has different elements and they are as follows. Mina, darkness. Aline L. Wood. Yensin, light. Ophelia, lava. Naomi, metal. They told me that they always wanted twin sisters. Part 2, Saiyan and Angel vs the Ultimate Android. In the simulator room, me and Nico were doing an exercise where we faced the Z Fighter's most dangerous enemy, Cell, the android from the future. Cell was created by Dr. Gero and his purpose was to not only fulfill Dr. Gero's dark dream of revenge but also destroy the entire universe. The Z Fighters were in the control room and the rest of the loud kids, Vince, Carol, Very, and May were in there too. Me, this is gonna be so awesome, man. Nico, you know it, JD. I can't wait to see how I measure up against Cell in his complete form. Me too. But with our combined strength, Cell won't stand a chance against the both of us. But let's keep our true power hidden until Cell becomes complete. Nico, okay. Me, let's do it. The simulator activated and we found ourselves on Earth by the island where they were fighting Cell. We saw Cell beginning to transform and we saw Vegeta watching Cell transforming. Me, it's begun, buddy. Nico, it sure has. We saw Cell enveloped in a ball of green energy and we watched in sheer amazement as his power was rising at an incredible level. Lightning was striking everywhere and the skies darkened and the water around the oceans roared and whipped around violently and it looked as if the entire planet was going to explode. We felt the enormous level of power coming from Cell while keeping our energy and true power levels hidden from detection. Krillin, Trunks, and Android 16 looked on in sheer horror at the level of power coming off of Cell as he was transforming and Vegeta watched with an arrogant smirk on his face. Me, unbelievable. Nico, holy mackerel. I've never felt a power level that strong before. Me, it's incredible. Now I can tell what Master Goku and Master Vegeta and the Z Fighters were up against. Then in a massive explosion of light, Cell's transformation was complete. The level of power coming off of him was incredible. We both saw Cell's complete form and it was unbelievable. Cell became much more humanoid and after absorbing Android 18, complete with both a fully formed nose and mouth. His tail had retracted and is now used for the creation of Cell JRs. He is also smaller than when he was in his previous form, being roughly about Piccolo's height. His wings have grown back and are now shaded black. His exoskeleton is now no longer emerald green and lime green with black spots from the last two forms, but they are now colored light green with dark green spots and he has black plates located on his shoulders and chest, and the plates on his ankles as well as the previously orange section near his groin are now shaded black. He also retained his boot-like feet and the straight jutting sections of his head with the ball-like section between the two sections from his previous form. His skin is now white all in his face, neck, and hands. He now has purple lines in both sides of his cheeks, similar to Frisia in his first 3 forms, and the orange line across his ears and chin is now changed into a yellow color. His eyes are now pink, and his blue veins are now purple. Wow. His power increased dramatically. I would say it's about 35 million now. Nico, that's just what I was thinking, JD. And Vegeta let him absorb Android 18. He will pay dearly for this in hell. Nico, he sure will. Shall we kick this off, man? Nico, be my guest. Let's start with killing Vegeta. I fired a powerful energy blast right at Vegeta and he never even saw it coming and he was completely obliterated in an instant. We teleported and landed in front of Cell. So you are Cell, I take it. Cell, that's right, and you are? My name is JD. Knudsen and I'm a human turned into a powerful force. Nico, and my name is Nicholas Chan. I'm a Saiyan and I was born on the planet Vegeta and raised on planet Earth. Trunks, so you're a Saiyan too? Nico, that's right, Trunks, and as you saw, JD killed your father Vegeta. I'm sorry, Trunks, but he brought it on himself. As you saw, he let Cell become complete and he had to pay for that. On the lookout, Tien and Piccolo sensed the full extent of our incredible power that me and Nico have hidden and they gasped in sheer shock and amazement. Bulma was holding a baby Trunks in her hands. Bulma, what's going on, guys? Tien, I'm sensing an incredible power with Trunks, Krillin, and Cell. Piccolo, no, there's 2 of them. They are equal in strength. And Vegeta's energy signal has disappeared. He's dead. Bulma gasped in shock. Bulma, Vegeta is dead? How? Piccolo, this power killed him like he was absolutely nothing. Tien, and the powers we're sensing make Cell's complete power feel like nothing. Piccolo, it's mind-boggling. Their names are JD. Knudsen and Nicholas Chan. JD is a human and Nico is a Saiyan. Tien, whoa. How can they both have that much power? Bulma, they must have come to kill Cell. Back on the island we stood ready and looked at Cell. This fight with Cell is now our job, guys. You're more than welcome to watch the fireworks if you'd like. Trunks, I have a feeling you can beat him, guys. Krillin, get him, guys. With pleasure. You better take Android 16 and get him some help. Krillin, right. And Krillin, I know about your crush on Android 18 and I promise we will get her back for you. Love has a nasty way of causing people to do strange things. Krillin gasped, but he knew that I was right. They left with Android 16 in tow. Okay, Nico, I'll face him first and then you will have your shot at him. Nico, okay. Get him, JD. With pleasure. I powered up my Super Angel 10,000 form and unleashed the full extent of my power. The skies darkened and lightning was striking everywhere and the ground was shaking violently. The Z fighters could feel the unbelievable magnitude of my power and the entirety of the lookout was shaking violently too. Piccolo, it's unreal. How is JD generating that much power? Tien, incredible. Trunks, unbelievable. Krillin, his power is unreal. My power was unleashed and Cell was still confident that he could win against me. There. I think you fighting me will give you a good warm-up, right, Cell? Cell, yes it will. Destroying you will be a decent warm-up. Happy to provide. Let's dance. Cell, I won't disappoint you. I know you won't. I dashed at Cell and we engaged in a powerful and ferocious fist fight. We punched and kicked each other and exchanged numerous blows one after the other and it was a ferocious fight. Massive thunderous shockwaves from our punches and kicks echoed all over the sky and we were moving with such incredible speed that it was unbelievable. Boom. 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 I fired numerous energy blasts at Cell and they exploded on contact and burned him bad. And then I fired an energy blast and it blew his whole right arm off. Cell, impressive JD. That was quite a little show. Me, glad you were entertained. But that must have hurt you bad. Cell, it did. But Piccolo's regenerative cells are a part of me. I knew it wasn't gonna be easy from the start. Cell regenerated his arm. But his energy drained somewhat. You have a lot of good qualities, Cell, and you are truly a worthy and formidable adversary. Cell, thank you. You are too kind. Only when I want to be. Vegeta wouldn't have given you much of a challenge anyway. His anger and pride blinds him to everything and it would have made your fight with him a complete and total waste of time. Cell, that is true, JD. Shall we continue? Yes. Let's shall. Cell went at me and he was trying to punch and kick at me and I was blocking all his attacks and moves with incredible speed and strength. Cell fired energy blasts at me and I dodged and evaded them and I fired my own energy blasts and they hit his and they exploded with incredible power. The explosion was so powerful that it blew apart some of the island. Trunks, wow. What power. We went at each other again and we were punching and kicking and the power of our attacks blew apart the rocks and mountains on the island and formed waves on the water. We stopped and stood apart. Wow. You are far more formidable than what I first thought. That was a good enough warm-up. Cell, indeed. Now it's time for the main course. Time to go all out. I punched Cell in the stomach with devastating force and dealt him a powerful uppercut to his chin and he went skidding and then he fell onto the ground as he tried to get up and he belched up a huge amount of blood. Cell got up and he was shocked that I brought him to his knees. Cell, this can't be. Krillin, I have a feeling that JD just won it all, you guys. Trunks, remember Krillin, it's not over till it's over. Nico, that's right. Nico. It's your turn. Nico, alright. Nico then went Super Saiyan 4 and went in front of Cell. Nico, it's my turn now, Cell. He dashed and punched Cell in the face and kicked him in the stomach and punched him in the chest and kneed him in the face. Cell was completely enraged. Cell, I will not be humiliated by a couple of children. This has gone long enough. I am tired of playing this games. He flared up his aura to full power and he was enraged even more. He formed 2 Destructo Discs. Cell, Destructo Disc. He threw them and Nico caught the discs. He flared up his power and destroyed them. Nico, my turn. Air-shattering energy balls. He fired numerous energy balls of concentrated wind and air and they went at Cell and punched him all over as they exploded. Nico, Dragon Thunderclap. He fired a blast of lightning from his finger and it hit Cell and electrocuted him and exploded on contact. Nico teleported and kicked Cell in the face and sent him crashing through a rock. He got up. Cell, you little fool. I will show you what true power is. He flared up his aura again. Cell, Special Beam Cannon. He fired his special beam cannon at Nico and when it was close enough he deflected it up into the sky where it exploded with incredible power. Nico formed a fireball. Nico, Nuova Star. He threw the ball of fire and it hit Cell and exploded into a pillar of fire. Cell was blown out of the fire pillar and he hit the ground. Cell got up and he was even more enraged. Cell, curse you. He fired numerous blasts from his finger. Cell, rapid fire. But Nico wasn't in the least bit affected by it. Nico was walking up to him and Cell was completely afraid of him. Nico, to Cell, Android 17 might have been a jerk but he still had his own life ahead of him. Cell was shaking in fear. Nico, what are you so afraid of, Cell? You got your warm-up and now you are facing true power. Don't you see? This is the true power of the Saiyans and you are completely helpless against it. And now that you've seen it you are afraid. Because you know that me and JD are going to destroy you. Cell gasped in horror and he flew into the sky and he cupped his hands to the side above him. Cell. Me. Me. He charged up an incredibly massive Kamehameha wave and he was going to use it to destroy the planet. Cell laughs. Here you go. Let's see you try and stop this. I'm going to blow up the earth and there's nothing you can do. Nico stood ready for anything. Cell. Cell fired the massive energy blast and he was gonna destroy the entire planet. Nico, I don't think so. He held up his hand and his Dragon Ball bracelet glowed red and 7 red energy beams fired out of the bracelet and formed a massive energy ball of pure negative energy in the sky and he condensed it to the size of his body and made it more concentrated and more powerful. Nico, negative karma ball. He fired it and it collided with the Kamehameha wave and it consumed it and turned red. Cell, no. What have you done? The red ball of energy went up to Cell and he tried to stop it but it was far too powerful. Cell, I can't stop it. The blast consumed him and went out into space where it exploded with incredible power. Crab. The explosion was so powerful and so devastating that it possessed enough power to destroy 100,000 planets. When the smoke cleared, Cell was only half the creature he was. Both his arms were completely blown off, his legs and lower torso, wings, and a chunk of his head were blown off too. Me? Wow. Cell has been damaged big time. Now it's time for both of us to take him down together. I went over to him. Me. Let's take him down together, man. Nico, you got it, JD. Cell regenerated himself and made himself whole. He looked at the both of us with incredible rage and fury. Cell, I am whole. Growls, you wretched children. How dare you? Enraged screaming, how dare you ho 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 you ho you ho you ho you. He then bulked himself up to maximum power in an incredibly massive explosion of insane rage and fury. He was completely out of his mind with so much rage and fury that it was unbelievable. He flew down to us and he was raging mad with ballistic fury. Cell, you wretched brats. You won't defeat me. Worthless kids like you can't compete with me. I am invincible. And now I will make you both pay. He punched the ground and we dodged. He tried to attack us but because of his big bulky body his size was slowing him down and we both punched him in the face at the same time with incredible force. Cell, groans, you aren't kids, you're monsters. Me, we've heard that one before. We went at him and kicked him in the stomach with devastating force. The kick was so strong that it had broken him bad. Cell, what have you done to me? He then looked like he was sick. Krillin, hey look. Trunks, looks like something is happening to Cell. Android 16, his power is dropping fast and he's getting weaker. Cell was puffing up and then he was throwing up. He puked a huge amount of white slime and in that slime was Android 18 and she was barely alive and was still conscious. Nico, oh that is disgusting. Me, no kidding. But he threw up Android 18. Krillin, he threw up 18. Krillin came and picked her up bridal style and took her to with the other Z fighters. Cell was still throwing up. Cell, I'll get you both for this. He then started to devolve. He reverted back to his semi-perfect form. Trunks, look. He has changed. He isn't in his final form anymore. Krillin, yes. They did it. Cell was no match for Nico and JD. At the lookout, Tien and Piccolo felt it. Piccolo. Cell's power decreased tremendously and they freed Android 18 from inside him. Tien. Incredible. Cell looked at the both of us with incredible rage. Cell. Bray odds. He stomped the ground and the dust blew all over and he broke the ground. Cell. You little insects. You made a fool of me. Me. And I show no remorse in doing so. Nico. Me neither. He screamed in rage and he went at us and we dodged him. He tried to attack us but it was all for nothing and we punched him in the stomach and head and he was belching up blood like no tomorrow. We punched and kicked him with incredible force and we were mercilessly destroying him. Me. Let's finish him with our combo, man. Nico. You got it, man. I charged up a Big Bang Kamehameha and Nico charged up a negative karma ball. Me. You are now gonna pay for your crimes, Cell. X100 Big Bang Kamehameha. Nico. Negative karma ball. We fired our techniques right at Cell. Me and Nico. Negative Big Bang Kamehameha. The blasts combined and turned into a purple Kamehameha wave of incredible power. Me. The nightmare is over, Cell. Die. The blast enveloped him and completely obliterated him in an instant and there was nothing left of Cell. Not one cell of him. Not even an atom of him remained. The blast went all the way out into space and it dissipated harmlessly. We powered down and we weren't in the least bit exhausted. Me. It's over, guys. We won. Nico. Yep. Cell's energy signal has completely disappeared. It's over. Krillin. They did it. Cell is gone. It's all over. Trunks. Yet. Me and Nico gave the victory pose to Trunks, Krillin, 16 and 18 and they laughed and smiled. In the control room everyone was cheering wildly. Me. Enjoy the hell for infinite losers, Cell. Because you're gonna be there for a long time. Nico. Yep. We went back to the lookout and we told everyone about our victory and just as we finished telling our story, we sensed Goku and Gohan's energy signals. Me. Master Goku and Gohan are finished. Tien. Yet. I can feel their energy signals. Me. They were training in the hyperbolic time chamber to fight with Cell. Nico. Yeah, but I'm afraid we killed him before they could get some shots in on him. Trunks. Yeah, but that's not even a year. Piccolo. No, it's not. Goku and Gohan came and they were still in their Super Saiyan forms and their clothes and training armor was all shredded. Me. Wow. You two have changed dramatically. Goku. Yes. I can't sense Cell anymore. Nico. That's because you are looking at his killer's cockroach. Me. I'm sorry, Master Goku. I'm JD Knudsen and I'm a human with the powers of a god. Nico. And I'm Nicholas Chan. But everyone calls me Nico. I'm a Saiyan too. Goku and Gohan were shocked. Gohan. You're a Saiyan too? Nico. That's right. Born on planet Vegeta but raised on Earth. My Saiyan name is Bakura but everyone calls me Nico. Goku. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nico. Me. We have quite a story to tell you. But I can tell you two must be hungry. Goku. Laughs. You read our minds, JD. Tien. Laughs. Well, at least he hasn't changed at all. Me. Allow me. I snapped my fingers and a huge spread of food appeared on the floor and it was good food. We start eating and it was great food. We finished a lot of plates of food. Me. Master Goku. Was there enough food inside the time chamber? Goku had a mouthful of noodles. Goku. With his mouth full. Oh yeah, there's lots of food. But me and Gohan don't know how to cook so it's been a long time since we had a home-cooked meal. Piccolo. Okay Goku, why don't you try saying that without your mouth full? Me. He and Gohan don't know how to cook very well so they haven't had a home-cooked meal in a while. Goku slurped the noodles and swallowed them. Piccolo. Growls in disgust. Disgusting. Me. I know but you get used to it after a while which is easier said than done. Nico. I know. Goku. That's right guys. Us not cooking is an understatement. There was this time when I asked Gohan to fire me up a roast beef. It completely disintegrated. You wouldn't believe it. Laughs. Me, I believe you, Master Gaku. I tried to do exactly the same thing with my powers, but that didn't work at all. So I decided to take it slow and easy. Gohan, that's true. Gaku, so tell us what's been going on, Trunks. Trunks, sure, okay. Trunks told Gaku and Gohan everything that went down and they were shocked. Gaku, what? You're kidding. Me, no, he's not, Master Gaku. Because of Vegeta he let Cell become complete and I killed Vegeta. Me and Nico beat Cell easily and he was completely overwhelmed by our power. Let's show them. Nico, okay. I went Super Angel 10,000 and Nico went Super Saiyan 4. Me, this form is my Super Angel 10,000 form. Nico, and I call this form Super Saiyan 4. Gaku, whoa. Your power is absolutely incredible. Gohan, it's unreal. Piccolo, incredible. Tien, how can they both generate that much power? Krillin, I was shocked at first but they beat Cell with ease. Android 18, weakly, they sure have a powerful level of energy. We both powered down. Me, it took an incredible amount of training to get to where we are at, and our drive to protect our loved ones is what fuels our power. With great power comes a great responsibility, and our true strength and power comes from protecting everyone and everything we consider precious to all of us, including the ones we love and keep close to our hearts. Gaku, that's a very powerful drive. Gohan, yet. You think we'll all get as strong as you guys? Me, you can if you have a drive and love for everyone and you have a strive to help those in need. We later merged the planet Earth with our Earth and we merged everyone with their counterparts. We paid our respects to Android 17. Nico was given a different version of weighted training clothes. Pickens training clothes. We rested for a bit. The end. Another fanfiction complete. The fight with Cell was awesome. Nico-chan 11 gave me the ideas for this one and I decided to make this chapter a 2-part chapter. Thanks for the ideas, man, as usual. Let me know what you all think and have a happy New Year's to you all. See you all next time.